Hello beloved, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading slash distance Reiki energy healing on your chakras and kind of which area you should be focusing more on right now to allow you to feel more aligned, and maybe you're feeling a blockage. We're using these tinctures instead of cards to pick from today. I'm going to be pulling cards. But I thought this is like, we can take some energetic knowledge from these plant medicines that have been turned into tinctures to kind of touch on what may need more attention. So let's get started. We got motherwort, kava, holy basil, and peppermint spirits. So take a few deep breaths and pick whichever one or multiple that resonate with you. And let's get started. I'm going to start with motherwort, group number 1. Hello, group number 1. If you chose the motherwort, then this reading is for you. And right off the bat, we can already sense that there's possibly some heart or solar plexus healing that needs to occur. The need for courage and nurturing and just like unconditional love that supports you and kind of like keeps that flame going. Motherwort's associated with Leo, so maybe you're a Leo, have strong Leo energy, or you're just working through some Leo progressions in your chart. It's always useful if you're into astrology to check out your progressions and transits and see what planetary energy is kind of being like put around you at the moment. Maybe there's impactful Leos in your life. Pardon me, sorry. I smoked a little before I started making this video. That's why my throat, pardon me, I keep clearing it. I'm gonna drink some tea really quick. Okay, so I'm gonna pull, I made these little cards that have different chakras on them. And I'm gonna pull one. Actually, I'm gonna pull 3 for each group. And then we're gonna get into some cards. But I'm feeling already just, this group and in particular needs to be extra gentle with themselves. We all kind of have to like reparent ourselves as we like progress and, you know, come up with our, like, get to know ourselves and our viewpoints, and just maybe there's some mother wounding and you're needing that kind of support. It's okay to support yourself. Crown. Okay. So I'm also getting that this is kind of weighing on your mind. Solar plexus. Okay, that's what I was thinking. It's not allowing you to receive the messages that you need to move forward, I feel, because your heart space and solar plexus, it's kind of hard. Sacral. Oh. Okay, so the womb. Yeah, I feel like for this group especially, reparenting yourself is vital. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna pull a major arcana card for each. Can I get a card for the crown chakra of group number 1 about the blockage and the healing that's necessary to help realign the flow? And the thing is like, you have to realign your chakras sometimes through your grounding and healing work. Judgment. I'm hearing that there's some things that you're kind of like beating yourself up about that you didn't really, like, they're not really, it's not your fault. I'm hearing that there's a lot of shame that needs to be released so you can fully love and support yourself and actually feel like you deserve it. I feel like that shame is blocking you from being able to receive all the messages you're trying to receive right now. This one fell out. Hanged Man, solar plexus. Okay, so I feel like part of your healing is realizing and understanding that you don't have to go as fast as society tells us we have to. Everybody has their own sacred rhythm and like timing to their life that when they honor that, it allows them like the freedom of that kind of nagging feeling that you're not doing enough. And we have a lot of Capricorn placements in the sky right now, so I feel like that compounds it. Maybe there's wounding from your origin family, just about the path you've decided to take and who you are. I feel like with the Hanged Man here, you've been judged because people don't understand your process. And maybe you even at this point judge yourself because you don't understand your own process. And I feel like that's what these blockages are kind of having to do with. Sacral Moon card. Wow. So I'm getting with the Moon card and the sacral chakra. For some people, you may have learned some news. I feel like some secret has been revealed, or a secret, or you're keeping a secret. I feel like there's some sort of secret or something that's going to come out, if it hasn't already come out, that is going to help you release that blockage. And maybe you need to tell somebody about something that happened. Perhaps and also I'm feeling that maybe some of you guys are celibate or wanting to explore celibacy, and just like for your own energetic body, and you're just yourself for whatever reasons, and that you've received like criticism and judgment, and you're kind of wondering what to do. I feel like part of this process is like allowing yourself to create the boundaries that are necessary for you to be able to go your own. I feel like you guys are really unique individuals, and I feel like that's been kind of what gets thrown in your face when, like, maybe if it's not even happening now, but just stuff from the past that kind of replays in your mind, especially since the crown chakra was the first one that came up. Like, that definitely says to me that there's some like mental repetition. And I feel like because you chose motherwort too, like it's been a core wounding, and maybe since it's with the sacral chakra, it could be from childhood, even when you're in the womb. There's just like a need to, I'm really getting like reparenting energy, like being able to explore that with yourself and kind of creating, like loving yourself unconditionally for who you are, and not being, I feel like there's a lot of shame to be released with this group too. Let's get another tarot card. More insight on each of these chakras for you guys. Two of Swords, right? Kind of not knowing what to do, a need for balance, always with the two. And this is, Judgment is 20, so that's also 2, which is interesting to note. Another 2 reversed, 2 of Wands. So yeah, with the Hanged Man, like, you're going slow because you're planning as you go. And I feel like there's probably been situations that have taken away your option to choose, and like your autonomy has been taken like at different points, like maybe not even now, but you've gone through a situation that has like made it difficult for you to trust yourself. I feel like this has to do with that too, and the shame and the guilt, because it's not for you to carry. And if you're somebody who has if you're somebody who cycles and bleeds each month, I feel like the moon card, I feel like there might be some stress and like delays with your period, or just like not delays, but just like inconsistencies possibly, and the moon card being there too. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Or maybe some of you guys have been wanting to have children and you haven't been able to do it yet, and it's making you discouraged, or you don't know if you want children or not yet. I feel like there's just a lot of family dynamics coming up in this group. And let's see what else. Let me pull a few more cards out right now. Okay, let's get a card for the crown chakra, please. Nourish the soul. Can we get a card for the solar plexus, please? Nurture all you love. Right. Wow. So nourish, nurture, all themes that we've been discussing already. And let's get one for the sacral. Make the sacrifice. Wow. These cards, I love these cards. So really with this healing that you're doing, you're definitely, I feel like make the sacrifice is about sacrificing that shame and guilt, and not being ashamed of what you love and what you need to nourish yourself and the way you need to process things, because you do things differently. And that's like part of your gift, is that you're able to think outside of these like preconceived boxes, and it doesn't really, like, you don't really understand how other people are kind of okay with like going along some of the shit that really just like doesn't sit well with you. That's one of the best parts about you. I'm getting like, it feels very strong, and I feel like the connection through the crown, solar plexus, and sacral chakra, like, it's definitely been hard on your sense of self and like being able to move in the direction you want to go, because in this group I don't feel like you don't know who you are. I feel like you guys know exactly who you are, and you've just been taught to be ashamed of it. And look, this one, I love this card with the on have courage is at the bottom of the deck. A lion, and we were talking about Leo energy with the motherwort, like, wow. But I'm really getting, because look at how lit up the third eye is. Like, you're so intuitive and in tuned that it's just like whatever you've been going through lately that's been causing these blockages are just temporary, because once you're back to nurturing, look, and that's like right where the sacral chakra would be, I feel like, with the sacral, and like it's gonna open up, like everything's gonna open back up once you're able to give yourself that nourishment and support. And I'm gonna pull some cards now on ways that you can nourish and support yourself through this process. I made a few of these little ones, so I'm gonna get a message about helping you heal. Nourishing food. Okay, so if you're somebody that likes to cook, or likes to well, who likes to eat. I mean, I feel like this card is really calling for you to create and make things for yourself that make you feel good inside, that make your body feel good, that like your comfort foods, ultimate comfort foods to all your senses, and just like stuff that leaves you feeling good after you eat it and not in a bad space. Like, I feel like this group really, it's about like licking your wounds, nourishing your soul, taking care of yourself, sacrificing what doesn't serve you, sacrificing the guilt and the shame. And I feel like with the sacral energy, there's been a lot that's been uncovered, and possibly a lot that's been uncovered about your family, or a lot that's been uncovered about what you want out of a family, and you know what you have to do to get there. And just honoring your timing too is very big. So I'm going to pull a healing card for each of these chakras. Control in the crown chakra. Wow. Triggers in the solar plexus. Wow, 9 and 10. Okay. And let's get one for your sacral chakra. Listen to your body. Wow. And that's 27, which adds up to 9. So, let me move these. Wow, I'm already getting like, this has to do with you. Your healing comes in with you taking control of your situation, taking control of your life, knowing what triggers you, knowing what you allow in your space, listening to your body. And that has to do with the nourishing food too. I feel like really taking care of yourself, like on every level, especially what you're ingesting, making sure that it's stuff that makes you feel good and helps align you with yourself, like whatever your comfort food is. Pasta, I don't know, veggies, a smoothie bowl, those are fun to make. Like, I don't know, but whatever feels really good for you to create and give to yourself. Like, always be infusing your food that you're cooking with the energy that you want to eat, and making sure that you're making a meal that's full of love and care and protection for yourself. We have reliable on the bottom of the deck. You are a reliable source. Like, everything that you intuitively feel and intuitively know, you can rely on yourself. You can rely on your intuition. You can rely on the messages around you. You can rely on your wisdom, because you have experience and you know what's best for you. You're done letting people control you. You're done with the mind control. No more. Like, you're learning your triggers so you can navigate in a way that is conducive to the life you want to live. You're not gonna have these things in your way because you're honoring your body, you're honoring your timing, you're honoring your process. You're not judging yourself. You're not ashamed for having triggers. You're not ashamed and feel guilty for taking control of your life, because you know that you are reliable. The universe is speaking to you. You have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have the creativity. Wow. Alright, and I'm gonna pull like 2 more cards for you guys. This has been a really powerful reading. I feel like I definitely needed to hear some of this. Crown, health, right. I feel like too, as you take these steps, the more you step back into honoring yourself, your process, your timing, the more you cut whatever's blocking you, creating these blockages. These are important like every chakra is important, but this combination is like, you're feeling really stifled possibly, or you're feeling like who you are inherently is not right, and that's not true. You are worthy, and you are here for a reason, and you know that reason. And I feel like you've had to deal with a lot from people. And once you make the space, you are going to be supported too in the 3D. And we got the confirmation card. So yes, you are going to be supported. If you feel like it's scary because you're having to leave behind people, don't be afraid. Because you are reliable and you're going to be taking yourself where you need to go. Because you're listening to your body. You're listening to your process. You're really hearing all the messages being given to you. And maybe you guys are healers too. I feel like a lot of people in this group are healers. Ooh, and the mystery card. So right, it might be scaring you a little bit. But from what I'm getting in this card is that you shouldn't be afraid of change. And you shouldn't be afraid of the unknown. Because it's not going to be scary. I think the scariest part is probably right now for you guys. Thank you so much for coming to this reading. I hope this served you well. I really hope you got some insight and that you're able to do some really important healing work. And I just want to close this off by imagining everybody in a beautiful glittery white orb of protection and love, and a black glittery orb over that one of healing and nourishment, and a big pink heart that's bubbly and glittery, full of unconditional universal love, because you are so supported, you are so loved. And thank you so much for being here. Alright, I'm gonna get to pile number 2. Hello. If you chose pile number 2, you chose this kava tincture. And with the kava tincture, we can already tell that you may be under a lot of stress right now. You may be feeling more depressed than you have been. You may be not sleeping very well, possibly having upset stomach, maybe some sort of infection. And with this kava medicine, it's really helping you. It's really supposed to help you like be able to de-stress with some immediate relief, kind of without taking away from like mental sharpness in a sense. Let's see what else is going on. I've made some little chakra cards. So already I'm feeling there might be some healing having to do with your throat chakra, maybe solar plexus or heart. But let's see what the cards have to say. Throat. Heart. Oh, you guys. And soul star chakra. Okay, so we're not just talking about the 7 chakras today, but we're also going to be talking about a few other chakras that are above your crown chakra. And I have some other cards in there for different chakras because we all have a lot of chakras. I believe like we create energy bodies pretty easily in these human forms that we're in. So this soul star chakra is talking about your spiritual gifts. I feel like a lot of you guys in this group are very spiritually gifted, and maybe lately you've been feeling like you haven't been able to tap into your spiritual gifts. I would like to get a reading on this chakra right now. Okay, so I feel like too right now a lot of you guys have been trying to break through and unlock more of your spiritual gifts, and you're about to. There's just still something in your way. The blockage isn't completely clear. Let's see with the heart. Oh, you guys. I'm so sorry, whatever you've been going through. It feels really heavy. And you haven't been able to speak up about it. Okay. Thank you. We'll be checking the pendulum energies at the end, and the first thing I want to do is pull some major arcana cards for each chakra. Let's get some more information. Temperance. Okay, with the Temperance card in the throat chakra, I'm feeling that there needs to be, for some people, a balance between what they're thinking, how much they're thinking, and how much they're saying. Because it's creating this imbalance in your throat chakra because you're having all these thoughts and not expressing yourself. For some people, this has to do with the way you're speaking to yourself, and that there needs to be balance with how much negativity that you're speaking to yourself. You need to start to try to reprogram the way you speak to yourself, and when you're speaking in such a way that is like putting yourself down, tempering that with the opposite. Maybe I feel like a good exercise is like when you hear yourself say something to yourself that's harmful, you write it down, and on the other side of the page you write down the exact opposite, and you let that sink in. Because I find that like the writing part with it helps it stick in your brain more than just like affirming it to yourself, even though affirmations totally, definitely 100% work. Like if you're having trouble believing it, writing it down is helpful, or associating an action with it. But there's definitely a need to balance with the throat chakra, and it might even be balance from the heart place too, and allowing yourself to speak from your heart. Maybe you're not letting your heart be heard as well. Let's see what's coming up. The moon. Okay, so group number 1 got the moon card too for one of their chakras. And I feel like for this group, the moon card is more about honoring the phases and cycles of your heart, and acknowledging that your heart has carried you this far and has brought you to where you are today. Even if you feel like you're not in a good place and you're feeling really like more depressed than usual, like you and your heart have gotten through these situations. And maybe you're saying, Swirly, this is worse than I've ever felt it. This is more overwhelming than I've ever felt. And maybe you just need to be able to talk about that. I feel like your heart feels like it's keeping secrets too for some of you. Maybe you have secrets inside of your heart that really need to be let out, and maybe not to another person, but to a special journal, or into a song, maybe into something like a poem. Maybe you need to write a letter to somebody and burn it. Maybe you need to write a letter to yourself and burn it. Maybe you need to write a letter to your higher self. Write a letter to your heart, I'm hearing. For this group, writing is critical. Let's see. Let's get a card for the Soul Star. The World. Wow. Okay. So I feel like you have recently also leveled up spiritual, like your psychic into intuition, your claircognizance, clairvoyance, clairaudience, whichever of the clairs I'm forgetting, but those types of things have been opening up more, your divination skills, possibly some of your mediums, and maybe that connection, or maybe something happened that kind of scared you. I'm getting with this chakra. Maybe something happened that was like too overwhelming. And that's the thing too, like you can communicate with yourself and kind of set boundaries. You can clear your space and set boundaries with things that are happening, and ask for things not to happen again, or demand that they don't happen again. Kind of also looking for, I feel like with this one too, with the combination of these, with what you've gone through, and being able to tap back into these energies in a more aligned way, just extracting the lesson and saying thank you for whatever happened. Saying thank you for that knowledge that you gained, because you don't have to go through that again. The World card coming up too for that Soul Star chakra really just shows like just a whole different level of expansion that's waiting for you. Okay, 5 of Swords reversed. Oh wow. So maybe you guys were bickering or getting into a lot of fights with people who didn't want to hear your side of things. They didn't want to hear about what was going on and why what they did hurt them. I need to take a sip of tea real quick. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get some more information on these chakras. Heart, 9 of Pentacles reversed. And possibly the situation that you were dealing with other people, trying to shut down your voice, also affected your, like, I feel like a lot of people in this group don't feel like they're worthy of love. Or even self-love. And as your heart being part of the self, that hurts your heart. Because I feel like this group does have a big heart. But because of these, this extreme, like, emotional situation that's kind of going on, like, that's how you're going to be able to experience, like, the most fulfilling love, because you've been so far on the other side of it right now. Oh, and we got the last one that fell out. Oh, the 10 of Cups. You guys. I feel like you guys might have been trying to get to this 10 of Cups, and the reason why this situation's a little hurty right now is because it didn't happen how you thought it would. But now, like, you've ended the chapter, and so something else is going to be coming in. Let me get some information on what's going to help you the most to process this energy and help heal these chakras. Meditation and solitude. Okay, so like it says, that's about kind of being able to be alone with yourself and sort out the feelings. Sort this stuff out with your throat and your heart. I feel like you really, 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 really need to talk to your heart. Because the answers are going to come to you. You're going to become more aware of how you're going to progress, definitely because the soul star chakra came up. So the fact that you're even, like, that this came up is just means that, like, you've been up leveling anyways, psychically, spiritually. Let's get some healing cards. Or actually, I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna do some messages first. So let's get a message for the throat, heart, and soul star chakras for group number 2, please. Throat, we are all connected. Heart, have courage. Aww. Wow. And for your soul star chakra, show that you care. Okay, so I feel like this situation too has got you to a point where you've been so down, and like that happens to everybody, but just getting stuck in that situation, like you haven't been able to show that you care about your future to yourself anymore. Like there's been some sort of blockage with you being able to really tap into your gifts, to use them to progress yourself. Maybe you have too many people chattering at you because we're so connected, and like I feel like this card is about all of your chakras being connected and healing. This is like a healing symbol. I feel like it has to do with you really like encompassing all this energy and no energy at the same time, that you're really able to sort it out and expressing to people the ways that they hurt you, or just expressing the pain that you felt by others, because we are all connected. You're not in the wrong for feeling the way you do. If you feel hurt by somebody, have the courage to acknowledge that and to care for your heart center. Show that you care to yourself. I feel like that's part of your medicine. Maybe you've been feeling kind of apathetic lately, and understandably so. And maybe you just need a little bit of tenderness I'm going to get some healing messages for each group. Throat, mental repetition. Wow, right. Just saying those, changing those thought forms, saying those things over and over, allowing it to sink in, because you're worthy. I feel like I say that in almost every group, but you are worthy. We are all worthy. If you are watching this video, you are worthy. And oops, oh, dropped half the cards. And perhaps like you've been in a place where you've been repeating harmful, hurtful things to yourself that are devaluing yourself and making it hard for you to even love yourself anymore when you don't deserve that. So the mental repetition can be really powerful in helping create the reality you want, because you're fully capable of having this 10 of Cups. And I feel like you know that inside. And it's just been a period of like regathering and just caring for yourself. Oh, we got the Strength card. Okay, and with the Have Courage card for the heart, your heart is so strong, beloved. Oh my goodness. You really, like, honestly, if you can, fucking have a celebration for your heart and how far it's taken you in life and how it's brought you to all these conclusions in different places and how it continues to carry you. And honestly, I feel like this group, a lot of things have happened to you that would shatter a lot of people's hearts forever, it seems like, but you're so strong. You have amazing, resilient heart strength. That's beautiful. And for your soul star, we got flow. Wow. So just allowing yourself to flow in life is part of this healing process too. All these butterflies that have transformed, this beautiful spider web. Wow, with the mental repetition and the strength. This is a really powerful group. And I feel like part of your chakra healing has to do with allowing yourself to rest, allowing yourself to not be in such an overworked, stress state, allowing yourself to stabilize your nervous system. I feel like a lot of this group, if you guys like tea, maybe you should be trying to incorporate more silent tea time where you just ingest herbs through the tea that align you and just make you feel safe in yourself and soothe your throat. And also this group intuitively is going to know what to do because you guys are very connected. Oh, I didn't even see this yet, but it says sleep on the bottom of the deck. Please get more rest. You deserve it. You are worth rest. You are worth the care. You are worth speaking up for. Your truth is important. Your voice is important. Your heart is important. Your gifts are important. You are important. Never forget that. And I'm going to pull a card for some energy. Ooh, wow, okay. This is too many, so I'm going to do that again. I'm going to get some energy that will help you work with this. Wow, inner beauty. Acknowledging your inner beauty. Acknowledging that the inside of you sparkles and gleams just as much as the outside. I feel like this group can really reconnect with that, and that it'll be really beneficial for you, and that you shouldn't be afraid of changes that are coming, and that you are supported in these changes. You are supported in caring for your heart and throat. And if you don't feel supported in conditions, then tap into your psychic awareness and help change. Have the strength and courage to allow yourself to flow. a law of attraction. Keep your thoughts positive and surround yourself with positive people and situations, and you will attract more positivity into your life. Okay, so that's what we were kind of getting at with the mental repetition. And because of those 9 of Pentacles reversed and this inner beauty card with the strength and have courage, we are all connected. Show that you care. Showing that you care for yourself will only bring in more people who care for you. Some of you are going through a Saturn return, I feel, and I'm just gonna say it, like, something about Saturn is, or you might be a Capricorn or Aquarius listening. If you don't live up to your own standards and standards that you've set for yourself internally and goals and shit that you've set for yourself internally, if you can't even meet your own, like, if you're trying to work with these planets and you're going through your Saturn return, they're going to be like, well, what can I do? Like, what are we going to do with you? Like, you can't even satisfy yourself with your own, like, structure, basically. So being able to take mental, like, control back over your thoughts, connecting your throat with your heart, connecting, that is the key to connecting back into your psychic gifts. Let's get another one. Keep going. Use the energy of any disappointments to fuel your creative project with authentic emotion. Wow, okay. And the mental repetition too. So this is talking about using energy of disappointments to keep yourself going. And basically, you can program energy that gets sent towards you. You can program your energy. You can have it transmuted back into the earth and be returned neutral, so you can utilize it however you want. If people are giving you hater energy and you've had to be strong and have courage and stand up against it, you can program that energy. And mostly, like, I feel like haters hate on you because they see your highest potential. So they sometimes see you, most of the time I'm going to say, they see you in a higher light than you even see yourself. So they're already just, like, visualizing a better future for you. So it's kind of like you can take that and harness it and help yourself out of this place. Wow, group 2. Perfectionism. Polishing your creative project is fine, but don't allow perfectionistic fear to result in procrastination. And I feel like you are really hard on yourself because you feel like you're not perfect. And that will get cleared up when you have the conversation with your heart. Group number 2, this is a beautiful group, and I hope that this message found you well. Let's take a second and talk about, I'm sending you blue indigo light right to your throat chakra. You feel it start unwinding, taking deep breaths, letting shit out, allowing negative contracts and negative things you said, letting that energetically to just be released. You don't have to hold on to that tension anymore. Coming through your soul star chakra, there's white light, and then black light. I'm sending you all unconditional love, and I really hope that this message helped you. I'm going to get to group number 3. Thank you. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Holy Basil Tincture. This is one of my favorite plant allies to work with. And Holy Basil is all about, it's an adaptogen, so it helps your body adapt to every type of stress. Physical, psychological, emotional, I know I'm forgetting some, but any type of stress, it helps your body adapt to, like, especially long-term. Holy Basil's good for long-term usage. It's also used for the mind to help create mental sharpness. Also, if I've used it when I've, like, wanted to stop smoking marijuana for different periods of time, like, Holy Basil is a great ally in that. It's also called Tulsi. It's called Tulsi. There's 3 different kinds, and you can get it in tea form at the grocery store. Sometimes they have it with like green tea. You could also get tea that's like holy basil, ashwagandha, and green tea, which I have some of that. It's really good. But yeah, so already I can feel that this might have to do with the mental space, mental realm. I feel like this group has dealt with a lot of stress in their lives, and that's why they were attracted to the holy basil. So let's just get some cards out and see what's going on. I made chakra cards, so we'll pull from these first. And there's not just 7, we did more chakras than that. We'll see what comes out. Ooh, Soul Star Chakra. This came out for the last group, and this is about your psychic gifts, and your abilities, your spiritual skills, and like the energy center of universal, like divine love. Let's see. Feet. Wow. So already that's just like top to bottom. But maybe you guys work on your feet a lot. For some people, the overusage of your feet. There might be some neglect of your feet. Maybe the way you're moving forward in life, you don't really know which way to go. I feel for some of you. Ooh, root. Wow. Okay, so feet and root. A lot going on. A lot of grounding that needs to be done. Okay, and let's get some major arcana cards to shine more light on these blockages. Can I get a card for group number 3's Soul Star Chakra, please? The Moon. Wow, okay, the Moon card has come out in every deck. And this one, for you guys, I'm feeling with the Soul Star Chakra, I feel like you're having to either hide your gifts so much that there's no room for exploration for yourself, or that you're kind of ignoring your gifts, because you're not really realizing that the way you sense when you need to end a conversation with someone, that's part of your psychic gift. Like, part of your psychic gift is being able to handle some of the bullshit that you can handle so easily that other people don't understand how you fucking do it. Like, I feel like there's some energy of not realizing that some of the things that you're able to do, other people cannot do, because that is part of your gift. And I'm sorry, that was my refrigerator in the background. The place I rent has like an older refrigerator, so it makes loud refrigerator noises sometimes. Please excuse that. I hope it doesn't disrupt this reading for you. Let's pull a card for the feet and root chakra real quick. We'll keep going on this. Justice. Okay. Some of you are Libras. Libra or Pisces. Root, Wheel of Fortune. All right. So I'm feeling there also maybe some of your gifts are being withheld at this point until you clear up a situation that you're in and move yourself towards justice is what I'm getting, because the Wheel of Fortune with the root, I feel like you've either had to move forward or you know you have to move forward past something, because it's the cycle of life, just kind of how things are going, but you're kind of, I feel like there's resistance in this group, just because of how, for some people, of how like overwhelming and stressed it's been. I'm going to pull some more tarot cards for clarity, because I want to get more information. I feel like every pile's gotten the Moon card, and I've said this in every group, that with the Moon card, things are being revealed or have been revealed that have changed the path that you are going on. You have learned some truths, and you can no longer move forward the way you were moving, because things have changed. And maybe you're not on the old wheel anymore. You can't be on that old wheel and going through those old cycles. I feel like there is a need for you to break away from those cycles, because it's part of the karmic rebalancing and justice that you deserve. And in order for these to, let me get some more information, but in order for those to align themselves again, you have to be honest with the direction that you're going. And honestly, this is something that I went through in February of this year. I tore a ligament in my ankle because I wasn't moving forward the way I should be. The Fool card popped out, Soul Star Chakra. So again, like, there is a new direction that you're meant to be going, and that's gonna reopen. Maybe your gifts did get unlocked to you, but they got taken away again because you're kind of in a limbo. I feel like with the Justice and Wheel of Fortune and the Fool that came out, 8 of Cups, right? You have to leave something behind, and this came up with for the feet chakra. So you definitely, it's about moving towards a different direction in life. And for the root chakra, we got the 2 of Swords. So you're still, like, very confused in your mind. You're still debating in your mind, even though you know that you must leave the situation behind, and you are fully supported moving forward. Let's see what else. I made these cards for just like what kind of healing is necessary. Channel writing. Okay. So this is coming through. Part of your gift is your ability to turn into a direct channel from spirit, and you're able to gain the information and answers you need through writing. So if you're having questions and whatever you're confused about, you can take a new piece of paper, like, that's not in a notebook or whatever, if you have a notebook where you do channeled writing, but create a special space for your channeled writing. And if you're going to keep it all in one spot, and like charge the energy of that. Draw signs and stuff that are important to you on what you keep it in. Write cute little notes to yourself saying like everything written in here is like what it's meant for. Just kind of like really do that with care. And allow yourself to divine the information, because with the Soul Star card, you are intuitive, you are psychic, you have a lot of going on energetically, where you have the potential to gain. I feel like with the Moon card and the Fool, you learn, like the information you learn has the ability to help transform and change your direction and change the way things are going, because people aren't allowed to wrong you. There's no space for that in your life, because you're supported by the universe, and you're so supported that you can go off and fucking leave the situation behind. You don't have to stay in it. And I feel like you're only trapped in it still because of kind of this like whole mental, like needing to balance things in the mental, and needing to find balance with you being able to move away. And with the root chakra here, with the Wheel of Fortune and the 2 of Swords, like being able to ground yourself in whatever way is most soothing to you. I don't know, for some people taking baths feels really grounding, burying their feet in the dirt, touching leaves, looking outside, surrounding yourself in nature if you can, spending the day in your front yard or backyard, soaking up the sun, soaking up the moon. Just doing whatever can really ground you and center your energy, and going wherever makes you feel safe. Because with the feet and the root chakra, there's need for movement and safety. And if you're confused, you are meant to write it out. And if you don't know where to go, you can pull out a map of where you live and kind of like the radius you're down to go from, and you can channel locations through that. I feel like this group sometimes ignores the messages. Like, you're too busy trying to weigh this shit out in your head, and you're blindfolded that you don't even see what spirit is trying to tell you. So let's get your root chakra energy. Not too blocked, like it's really trying to be open and flowing, but it's still going backwards. So we'll see. Like, you just need some minor adjustment on the root chakra. Like, really just do something to ground yourself. Same thing with the feet. I feel like you're really at the precipice of making these moves, and if you need confirmation, this is a confirmation. You can leave everything behind, because you're going to be supported, and your psychic abilities are just going to be opening up. And the more you follow and this new start, because after the soul star chakra, there's I think it's called the spirit chakra, but it's about your soul's blueprint and all of your abilities through all of your lifetimes, and all, like, everything you're, like, it's going to become so much more clear for you once you embark on this new start, and really prioritize your safety. That's what I'm hearing. Prioritize your safety. Implement long-term things that you can do to help you stay de-stressed. You staying de-stressed is pivotal as much as you can. I know that's a fucking tall order. Like, it's very hard for us to do that, but sometimes, wow. Okay, so this popped out for the soul star, nurture all you love. This came out for one of the other groups too. So seriously taking into consideration what you want in your future life, especially with the Fool underneath. What you want your future life to look like, what your life is turning into rapidly, like where you're going towards all that you love, being able to nurture your heart, nurture yourself, create that safety, feel comfortable around the things that you love, nurturing your goals, because I feel like these past situations were not aligned with your highest vision of yourself. For feet, we have embrace spirit. Right. So hear yourself. Hear spirit channeling through you, telling you where to go. Share your thoughts. Okay, so you don't have to figure it all out by yourself. Right, like we've been saying, you can channel. Or even if there's somebody that you really trust who's going to be part of your new life that you can talk to, do not fear the unknown is at the bottom of the deck. That's crucial, because I feel like a lot of you guys are stepping into territory that you've never been in before, and that's kind of what's like giving you anxiety. And I'm hearing that you can talk to spirit and give up all your anxiety. Share your thoughts and the indecisiveness. Give up the indecisiveness. Because once you're able to really ground and get clear, focused messages from yourself, it's going to be so groundbreaking for you. I'm going to pull some healing cards for each of these chakras. Sleep. So for a lot of you, your dreams are trying to tell you something. And rest and reflection and meditation on your thoughts and on your journey are going to help you. And if you don't have a dream journal, start dream journaling, especially with the writing. Barriers. Wow. Moving past these barriers, leaving the barriers behind and creating new barriers. Your safety is 100% the most important part of this. And making sure you feel safe in the future. Wow. And well-being came out for root chakra. So taking care of your well-being, taking care of your boundaries, not doing things for people who are draining from you, who are taking your vital energy that you need to move forward. Creating the barriers. Look at this is an image of somebody on the back of a dragon, and there's like, that looks like a little home in there that they're taking with them. That's you leaving the situation behind and creating the barriers for your well-being so you can rest. You need that rest. Let's get some more. I'm going to pick a few more cards for you guys, but these messages have been really clear. I'm so proud of you for how far you've come. It's truly amazing. And don't stop, please. Health. Okay, I feel like some of you are healers, and your healing will come from leaving the situation behind. This came out for group 1 too. Wow, a lot of healers are watching this. I wouldn't be surprised if this group also watched one of the other groups. initiative. Take the initiative for yourself, for your well-being, for your health. Don't keep it all to yourself. Wow, and self-healing. Okay, so definitely this group is full of healers. You are going to heal yourself once you have enough space from the situation, and then you will be healing other people. I feel like that's part of your calling too, and something that maybe you felt a little iffy about, and maybe that's why you haven't really been tapping into your gifts with that moon card with the soul star. Maybe you've been feeling a little anxious about it and don't really believe in yourself, but I'm here to affirm that you can heal yourself, and you are healing yourself. And just keep taking care of you. This is amazing. Endurance at the bottom of the deck. Keep going. Don't give up. You're almost there. And it's only going to get better from here. Media. You can reach more people by working with video, audio, print, and online media. Okay, so I'm feeling too that once you leave the situation behind, your self-healing journey is going to inspire other people to heal. You're not only healing yourself and creating well-being for yourself, but you are taking the initiative, and you're sharing your thoughts. You're going to show people the way. You are a light shower. Time management. Place your priorities at the top of your to-do list and don't allow distractions to deter your focus. Okay, so that's kind of what I was getting at earlier. By not doing things for other people right now, really focusing on yourself and being selfish. Like, I feel like we're made to feel selfish when we're taking the time to nurture ourselves and our well-being and prioritize our sleep and health. But that is crucial for you, and also leaving these past situations behind and moving forward, however that is, whatever that means for you. And creating time management for you to really tap into your gifts and practice, and for you to ground at the same time. Wow, and nurture yourself came out. It flipped out. Investing time in self-care now will yield more energy for later. Okay, so definitely you're really being called to create practices for yourself that you practice every day of grounding, nurturing. Something like holy basil is something that's integrated into your practice, because it has long-term effects over long-term usage. So maybe there's stuff you need to explore, because I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I can't really tell you what to do. We're really discussing these tinctures for the energetics of it. So it's just that type of energy for yourself, whatever your self-nurturance is, because you have that intuition. And gratitude at the bottom. You attract more blessings when you appreciate your current blessings. And you guys really can do whatever you want. I love that. So at this point, we're going to do some healing, and we're imagining roots sprouting up through your feet. Sprouting up from the ground through your feet, all the way up your legs, all the way up your torso, creating branches out of your arms and out of your crown chakra, growing, creating fruits that teach you, enjoying your labor of self-nurturance, reconnection to the earth. And while you envision yourself as a tree, envision a beautiful sparkly white light being poured all over you, and a beautiful sparkly black light being poured all over you. Allow yourself to breathe these energies in. Allow yourself to feel centered and calm. Allow yourself to feel cared for. Allow yourself to know that you're not wrong. Allow yourself to trust in yourself and heal yourself and nurture yourself and share your story and walk in a different direction that you need to go, or move in a different direction, or move in whatever direction is right for you. Thank you, group number 3. I'll be getting to group number 4 now. Hello, group number 4. Welcome to your reading. You chose the peppermint spirits. So already I'm hearing possibly you've been dealing with some digestive issues. So this might be issues in your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, possibly heart because of this green color, maybe hands I'm feeling. This is peppermint spirits are used for system restoration. They're used to help with IBS. I feel like too, maybe you guys have had a hard time digesting your reality, is what's coming through. And honestly, same. So let's just get into this. I made some chakra cards, so we're gonna focus on 3 energies. Okay, hands, like I said, I felt that already. Hand chakras. Oops. Okay. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna take this one because it flipped out too. Galactic, which is advanced spiritual skills. So I'm already getting, and third eye. So a lot of this group that's watching, you guys are healers. You guys are already practicing magicians. I feel like you might be deep in a practice already. I feel like you're very spiritually advanced. You know what you're doing. You know what you're talking about. And sometimes it gets a little exhausting. I feel like you use your hands a lot. I'm going to pull some major arcana cards to gain more clarity. I feel like too with your reality might be being hard to digest. It's hard to see what's going on. Maybe overusage of hands. Maybe there needs to be some more nurturance. Wow, the world. Okay, so you definitely do a lot with your hands. Galactic. Strength. Wow. Third eye. The Lovers. Okay. And the Devil card was reversed on the bottom of the deck. So right off bat, I'm feeling that with the World card, there's been a definite completion. I feel like you've done a lot of work with your hands consistently, but there's been a completion of a situation that you've been working on. Maybe you're an artist I just really feel that there's a lot going on with the hand energy, and especially with the Gemini energy, so there might be some Geminis watching. I feel like with the Lovers card and the third eye chakra, and with this galactic, like, I feel like maybe to some of this blockage for your, of this energy is doing because you've recently done something that's been shocking to you. I feel like some of you are time wizards and you can stop time and shift time. I feel some of you have teleported, done astral projection, telekinesis. Like, I feel like you're being called to be strong through this awakening that you're going through. Let's see what's going on with the chakras. Actually, keep going. This reading. Wow. Okay, so immediately, your third eye really wants to be aligned. It's like almost there. Okay, I also felt this for one of the other groups, but I also feel this group, you're possibly, I feel like you're a very strong medium. If you're a medium in this group, I feel like you're also somebody who is very attuned and like can see karmic connection, twin flame, soulmate dynamics just within people. Maybe not necessarily the way that a lot of other people talk about it, but I feel like you guys have a very deep understanding of spiritual concepts and divination concepts, and just like, I feel like you've seen some shit esoterically, and I feel like you travel through different, I feel like you maybe even doing some astral travel. And I'm going to get some more information on these blockages. Temperance reversed. Okay. So I'm getting to, maybe you're overworking one of your hands and there's not really balance. Or you're trying to do too many things at once and there's not enough time in the day. Hermit reversed. Okay, interesting. With the 8 and 9 too, like, interesting. And Magician with the third eye. Okay, so I'm hearing that some of this group has been praying and asking and pleading for spiritual advancement, and you're like strong enough to get there, but I'm feeling there's been an avoidance of going inward. I feel like you've completed cycles and there's certain things that still have to be done just to like wrap it up that you haven't finished, that you know about, because you want to move on and manifest. You have a strong vision of what you want in your future and you have the ability to create it, but I feel like your blockages are coming in with this Temperance and Hermit card, and you got Major Arcana for this. The first ones I only pulled from the Major Arcana, but this is like a whole deck, so you got 3 other Major Arcanas. So this is big energy. I feel like Spirit has proposed something to you that you're kind of not wanting to take on because you don't feel you can handle it. But that's not true, you definitely can. And you can also talk to Spirit and kind of like realign like what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, I'm gonna also pull one of these messages and see what's going on here. Nourishing food. Okay. So I feel like some of your energy levels are low, and that's kind of why you're feeling like you can't do this. Maybe you're just feeling really overwhelmed right now, and you're kind of like, you're wanting to be more in a partnership energy instead of like going within right now. You might even be in a relationship, but there's still a need for you to do this internal work that you're kind of avoiding, because if your gifts haven't blasted open even further with like those advanced spiritual concepts and telekinesis, whatever, if that hasn't been happening, then it's about to happen, because no other group even got this galactic card. And so for your hands, we got you were born to create. Oh, I feel like a lot of you guys practice Reiki, or you're interested in practicing Reiki, and you should definitely get attuned. We got see yourself in nature. And for third eye, let 2 become 1. Wow. Okay, so definitely with the third eye, like you really like this divine connection, and is like definitely going to be coming through for you because you want it and you can create it. You have the Magician here. But for you to kind of like balance this other stuff out, it's really important for you to understand that your hands, I feel like there needs to be more respect put on your hands. I feel like you demand a lot out of your hands, and you're not really like balancing with the care and like care aspect of taking care of your hands. Like trimming your nails, like applying oil to your nails, putting lotion on your hands, putting oils on your hands, getting like having your partner, just somebody that in your household if you don't live alone, or even just doing self massage on your hands, like, or even thanking your hands for all that they do for you, because you are a creator. You are not just a creation, like you are also a creator, and I know you know that because of this third eye energy that's coming through. And I feel like you might be leaning too far into the third eye energy. Pile number 4, I'm so sorry about the change in lighting. I got a phone call and had to actually feed myself because I realized I hadn't eaten in a while. But I was basically getting into that these galactic gifts that your energy's been priming you for, and that you've been like having incorporate into your life. I'm getting that you do healing through the hands. I'm hearing that a lot of energy comes from your crown to your hands. I'm hearing more of, and I said I'm healing, so I feel like it'll be really healing for you too, to breathe into your heart space, a deep breath, and then you breathe out into your hands. Because this galactic influence definitely has Uranian energy, and I feel like some of the resistance towards it has been, there's like the balance of your strength and like being able to go within and go out in nature and really hear these messages that are being given to you. That with that comes a greater responsibility of knowing what you have to do. You're given these gifts not just to like fuck around with them, so you're also stepping into a greater responsibility, but that's giving you greater freedom in your creations. I'm going to start pulling some more cards, just get some more energies. This group is really interesting. And I feel like you are healers and you heal through food, which is like a great way to like support yourself like on your healing journey. And I also feel like if you're single right now and being in a partnership is something that is interesting to you and something that you want on the inside, because I'm kind of tired of all these readings just being about on YouTube, just like being about love and being so love-centered, when love is important, but also there's like other things that people find worthwhile, and not everybody wants this type of like romantic portrayal. But I could even see this as bridging two parts of yourself, or you and just somebody else. It doesn't have to be romantic, but you working in a partnership with somebody to create your vision and to heal. Maybe you're like a healing pair of people, and I just feel like some of these relationships that you're in with this Gemini energy, strong Gemini energy, there's mirroring, so you're able to become a mirror. Wow, and abundance came out. But you're able to become a mirror, and it really like will point out spaces in your healing that need adjustment, because your ability to see and like see energies is very strong, and feel energies I'm getting. And with the galactic, I'm also getting that maybe maybe something you've done like recently has scared you. And you've been afraid of like your power, because the Strength card is here with the World card, so, and the Temperance in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. You're afraid you can't control it. You don't trust yourself. I feel like there's a lack of trust in self. I feel like that's happened in a few of the other groups too. And being able to trust in your vision and trust that your hands can do what you think they can do, because they can. Like, this is your confirmation. Anger. Also, I feel like anger is something that's been heavily ostracized, just like in general, because it can be taken to extremes sometimes. But like anger, I don't think there's anything wrong with letting your anger help fuel you and kind of channeling that energy into into part of your magic, and acknowledging like the things that made you angry and the things that have hurt you and the things that have caused like this distrust, because you're able to create this abundance. So it's like you don't want to forget kind of like what's led you there. And also I feel like a lot of you guys, your anger, you've been like gaslit behind the scenes, like by people, and that you have been told to be less angry and to just forgive. And it's like those are kind of intense concepts, and you don't necessarily have to like work with the other parties to like create the same energy as forgiveness. Like, you can do that by yourself, by forgiving yourself if you're blaming yourself for being in situations. And if there's like self-imposed anger, like turning that anger into an abundant energy. And look, the fire coming out of the hands. So I'm just really feeling like you guys are super powerful. Oh my goodness, wow. And then 19, 20, 21. So if you needed that synchronistic, like number synchronicity, here's that. things are happening in the order that they're supposed to. And your empowerment is bridging together these two aspects of yourself, the anger and abundance. And we also got the omens card. So seriously, I feel like it's all being mapped out in front of you, and if you're having trouble understanding what's being shown to you, retreat to nature. Give yourself comforting foods that make all of your senses feel good. We got the crossroads at the bottom of the deck. Right. So you're really like gaining a grasp on what direction you've been heading and like how to really tap into these gifts. We're gonna do a few more cards. Helping children. Part of your life purpose involves teaching, guiding, and helping young people. Right? So I feel like I said earlier about you being a mirror, like you're going to be able to share your story with others because you're going to see yourself in those around you who need your assistance and guidance. Like you definitely, like with the hands, I feel like that's associated with guiding hands, and like you have the vision and you're being tapped into, like you already have an idea of, you're already tapped into your divine creativity, and you know your soul's blueprint. You know your abilities. You know what you're capable of. And now that you're unlocking even more stuff that you weren't even like fully sure you were capable of, like it's really about to go down. Editor. Your writing or other creative project benefits from outside help and support. Right, and that's what I was thinking too with this partnership I was bringing up earlier. So you will be supported, and what you want to create in the future, you're going to be aligned with people who are going to help you get there and are going to help you create this energy for you to be in. Wow, one more. Listen only to love. Don't allow fear to distract you from your divine mission. Wow. So really don't be afraid to move forward. Don't be afraid to bridge these different parts of yourself and really step into your full manifestation power. These chakras are the 3 chakras that need a little more love from you just to get flowing in different direction. Let's see how the energy is doing. It really wants to be unblocked. Like these chakras are ready, and I feel like you know you're ready. You just needed a little push, or you just need to give yourself like just honoring your process and really letting yourself dig deep inside of yourself and bridge different parts of yourself together, because it's really important that you allow yourself to connect with all parts of yourself so you can really understand what messages you're getting and really channel through your hands. And with the hands and the nourishing food, like I'm not only hearing that you need to be creating meals for yourself and those around you, I feel like you're going to be feeding children and feeding I don't know if you are, maybe you work with herbs or you have an abundant garden, but I feel like growing your own things and like really connecting, like bridging these things together and believing in your capabilities is pivotal. Ooh, pile number 4. Okay, so I'm going to send you some healing your way. Imagine a big, white, sparkly orb surrounding your energy, filling you with love and light. Imagine a protective, black, sparkly orb surrounding that orb, full of nourishment, full of information, full of protection. And imagine a big, pink, glittery heart around that, full of unconditional love, connecting you to the energy center of divine love in the universe. Breathing in clarity, exhaling fear, being able to trust in yourself and trust in your abilities and trust in your body to bring you to the places you need to go. allowing your abundance and your anger to empower you, and to pay attention to the signs that are being given to you. I hope this reaches you well, and I hope this resonated. Thank you for tuning in.